Overthinking. What a typical and a big problem of the society it is. Think about the numbers. 73% of the entire population from age 20 to 35 are mostly overthinkers. From teenagers from age 10 to 20, almost 80% overthink. And I'm sure you are in this number. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you have much more mental clarity and much more mental stability than before. My name is Lat, and I help young men to develop success-oriented mindset to achieve their goals. So let's begin. Now, what we have an overthinker, probably you. You define yourself that, okay, I overthink too much, I want to stop it. That's why you clicked on this video. First step that you really need to take is to understand the problem. You need to know the enemy that you need to fight for. And it will be already the 50% of the whole job that you need to do. The process is define the problem, solve the problem, 50-50. And what cool thing, I will do the 50% for you in the next 2 minutes. So now, what is overthinking? Go to our chapter. Overthinking, by definition, is the constant repeated thought in your head that comes over and over and over. Overthinking have two types. Overthinking about past event. This is when you had something, you maybe had an argument and you kept on repeating this argument in your head, like wishing like you said something on that way. Oh man, I should have said this way, I should have said that way, I shouldn't have said even that, why I said this, what a stupid me. Or you had something embarrassed, like you said something stupid and the whole class in your school make laugh at you, and you kept on overthinking about this, on how stupid I was, maybe everybody will do it again, or all of this stuff. You kept on repeating this thought over and over and over. And there is a second type of overthinking, is overthinking about the future event. Maybe tomorrow you have an important interview for the job application, maybe you have the date with your woman, maybe you have something like a test, maybe you will go to the first day of the university and you are a little bit scary about what's going to happen in the new society. So you keep on thinking about the event that's going to happen tomorrow or in the near future over and over till it became like almost exhausting to you, scary to you. You are tired of thinking about it. You want to stop. And what I wanted to tell you is to argue that you are not fighting against the constant repeated thought in your head. You're not fighting against it. You're fighting against fear. I'm going to prove it to you. If tomorrow you will succeed in your interview, if tomorrow you have a guarantee that you will go to the new society and you will become the best man there in class, everybody will look at you, everybody will look up at you, everybody will respect you immediately, with the first second they will say, oh yeah, this guy is the best. Will you be afraid of the future event? If you have 100%, almost a guarantee that you will be succeed, not almost, the guarantee. Will you think about this event from the position of, oh yeah, overthinking, repeating over and over? No. Of course no. You will be thinking about it only from the point like, oh yeah, I can't wait, I want it to already happen. You will wait to your success. Because what happened is you have either positive expectation, either negative expectation. Positive expectation gives you the excitement. You cannot wait for this to happen. Negative expectations give you overthinking, because negative expectations comes from the fear. You're afraid that something gonna happen negatively that's gonna influence your social status or your survival mode. Like it comes from our 10,000 years ago when we were in tribes hunting for the wild animals and living in the caves. We were in a social circle, and it's incredibly important for our survival. And if we did something wrong and the social circle decide to kick us out, it's directly correlated to we will not be able to survive, because the one person in tribe hunts, another person in tribe cooks. We cannot do all the stuff by ourselves. So that's why this is like in genes, programmed in our mind, that we need to be in a social circle, we need to survive. That's why if the future event somehow influence us, we will think about it more and more, because our basically wild brain still programmed to the past events, like we need to survive, even though in reality itself it doesn't work anymore like that. Cannot fit to the society and still be alive. You can go to the grocery store and buy the food, you can cook it by your home. There is nothing correlated to your survival in the real world. The second thing is that we are afraid of being judged by other people because also correlated to our survival. That's why we have this, oh yeah, we want to fit it in the society, even though the society is harmful for us. Yeah, I can understand that. I also had this problem, but I thought and I killed this problem. That's what I help you now to do. So, overthinking equals fear. So, we are fighting against fear, not overthinking itself. So, we need to stop caring about other people. We need to stop thinking about what's going to happen. We need to stop thinking about what they will think about us. That's what we need to solve, not the problem of overthinking itself. So the next step to solve the problem is to understand exactly how this problem influences you in a bad way, how this problem stops you from living the good life. And I'm sure basically you are already experienced that why this problem is harmful to you, but I want to give you even more reasons that will basically transform your mind to the position where, oh, stop, it's so fucking stupid that I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe this wanna click for you. So the first thing why overthinking is stupid is because 99.9999% of the problems that you're afraid of simply won't even happen. It's impossible. It's everybody who overthinks. Try to go to the future. 99.9% of the things that you are overthinking won't happen. You probably had this experience before. You understand it. It's stupid. It will not happen. Simple as that. None of the problems won't happen. That's how it works. Our brain just create the problems out of nothing to be prepared, but basically you spend the time thinking about the problem and, oh yeah, if I think I will be prepared, while actually you're not preparing, so you just fucking your mind, fucking your time, spending it on the wrong way, not preparing absolutely no way. You don't do any action, just think, spend your energy. Now the second thing is that we cannot predict the future. We simply don't know what's going to happen. We can think about it, 99% will not happen. We cannot predict even the future. Imagine the chessboard. You're playing the chess, but even with more figures. But imagine the chess with a regular chessboard. There are billions of the combinations of the future moves. And if you move one figure, there are another billions of the combination. How the fuck can you predict what's going to happen the next way? It's impossible. But the life even much more complicated with the chessboard. Imagine chessboard and imagine hundreds of the chessboards. This is how it works. You cannot predict it because simple moving one figure to the left or to the right add another trillion combinations of the future events. So you cannot be prepared. You don't know. You simply don't know. Why to worry about the things that you don't know? Just live the life. And even if it happened, people are not allowed to judge. We don't even know how to judge. The next step is that we don't even know how to judge normally if the things that happen now are influence our lives in a good way or are influence our life in a bad way. And I'm going to give you the simple example. Imagine the story. There is a farmer. The farmer with a horse. Next day, his horse disappeared. And the neighbor came to the farmer and said, you know what's unlucky day? You lost the horse. And the farmer said, okay, let's see. On the next day, the horse come back with the 2 additional wild horses. And the neighbor comes and says, what a luck, you have 3 horses now. Farmer said, let's see. On the next day, the son of the farmer tried to ride one of the wild horses. And during the accident, he broke the leg. The neighbor came and said, what an unlucky thing. I thought you were lucky to have 2 wild horses instead of 1. But now your son broke the leg. It's an unlucky day. The farmer said, let's see. On the next day, the war came and the warriors come to the village to collect all of the young generation of men. They wanted to take his son, but they realized that he has broken leg. And they said, okay, we will not take him, which basically correlated that the son will not die on the war. That they were come to the farmer and said, you are very lucky. And the farmer said, let's see. The moral of this story is that you don't know if this action happens to you will influence you in a good way or influence you in a bad way. Even though it's now can be harmful, tomorrow it can be blissful. So we cannot even judge. We cannot predict the future. 99% of our predictions won't happen. And we don't even know if the things that happen will influence us in a good way or will influence us in a bad way. The next tip is that basically the most important tip is that overthinking basically stops you from making the progress, from doing the action. Think about it. How often did you find yourself to sit in the sofa thinking about the future exam, thinking about how you will lose or how you will win, what's gonna happen? But it's just thinking, it's not an action. How often did you find yourself thinking about the future date? It's just thinking. It's not an action. Again, you're not preparing yourself. If you're bought a gym membership and you will go tomorrow on your first training and you're just thinking about what's gonna happen, how I'm gonna do, how I'm not gonna do, it's not an action again. You better spend the time not overthinking, but watching the videos, tutorials, how to do the right exercise with the right technique, so you will be much more prepared rather than thinking about it, what's gonna happen, what's gonna not happen. You're stopping yourself from doing the action itself. It is the most important and the biggest negative impact on your life that overthinking brings up to you. You just don't do. The most important thing in life is to do the action. That's gonna lead you to the mental clarity. But overthinking, like, build the wall in front of you and set up you to the prison when you just think. Tomorrow you will not be prepared. Maybe you lose. And now you have overthinking about the past event the day after tomorrow. You get yourself in a trap. You better stop doing it. It's so negative. Now, I want to give you the actionable steps, the things that you need to do to overcome overthinking, because which you can apply all in your life. But promise me that you will do this, all of these steps, or at least 70% of these steps. Promise me that you will do. Now, we define that you're fighting against fear, right? Not an overthinking again. So how to beat the fear? The first tip that I want you to give you, think in terms of an experiment. Now think about it, oh yeah, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, an experiment. Like, okay, what if I started a YouTube channel? What if people recognize me? Okay, what's gonna happen? You're not like living the life, you're just experimenting, thinking about what's gonna happen, what's not gonna happen. You're just like, okay, 2 seconds. This gonna happen, this not gonna happen, but what if the good gonna happen? What if something positive gonna happen? This is where the second tips come to us, is plus EV or minus EV. That's what I call it, is estimated value. Think about the future action like going to the gym and think about the estimated value that you're gonna give. And if the estimated value is positive, simply go and do it. Do the action. If the estimated value is much more likely negative, don't do the action. How to think about the estimated value? Okay, it's easy. In case of the gym, you think about it. Okay, what is the estimated value that I'm gonna have? Probably the good body. The good body will attract the good woman or the good boyfriend. The health. The health will attract the good mental clarity and mental stability. The mental stability and mental clarity will attract to the good productivity. The good productivity will attract to a better life. The better life will attract to freedom, happiness, all this. So you have so many advantages. What's the minus CV? Minus CV is probably you will be look like a little bit weird on the first couple of trainings because you don't have proper right technique. Compare the advantages with the disadvantages. What is bigger? Of course, advantages. So plus EV here. So go and do this. No matter what happened, go and do this. In general, the estimated value is positive. So in 100% of the tries, even if you lose 10, 90% is the progress, 90% is the growth. So the 90% is positive. Next thing is all of the guys who achieve success, even though they are overthinkers, have one trait. They had the foundation of a consistent action. Even though you overthink, just like I said from the previous tip, even though you overthink, estimated value is plus, is positive, go into the action. Yeah, I kind of overthink about what people gonna think about me. What if my friends will recognize that I started a YouTube channel? I kind of think about it, but I'm still recording the video. I'm kind of still standing in front of you speaking to a camera. Yes, that's the practice. That's the improvements. That's what I do. Yes, I can overthink about it. Yes, I can think about it too much, but I'm still gonna do. Yeah, tomorrow I have an exam. Okay, I kind of overthink about it, but I'm gonna sit in the desk and prepare for the exam. Yes, tomorrow I have a date, but I'm gonna sit in the desk again, maybe journal, maybe visualize something like some kind of that thing, and I'm gonna prepare for this. I'm gonna prepare some jokes that I'm gonna say, so I will be a little bit prepared. Action, 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 and again action. That's what I wanna do. That's what I wanna tell you to do. The next thing is right before you have something scary, right before, like the moment before, like, yeah, now I'm gonna press the record button. Now I'm gonna see the girl. And you are afraid. Your heart beating is so fast and you're just so afraid. You're sweating. You're afraid. Tell yourself that I am excited. This is mind-blowing thing. Like the body basically has the same symptoms when you're afraid of something and when you're excited of something. Think about it. You're afraid of exam. No, you're excited to pass this exam. You're excited to have an opportunity to prove your knowledge because yesterday and yesterday before yesterday, you build a foundation of a consistent action. That means that you're prepared. Now you're excited to finish. You're excited to finish this chapter. You have a date? Fine, you're excited to have this date. You've been waiting for this for so long. Now you're excited, you have a good time. Or you're afraid to start posting your content on the YouTube? Fine, you're excited to start to post content on the YouTube because it's gonna change the whole trajectory of your whole life. I'm excited. You are excited of the thing that's gonna happen tomorrow because it will finish, it will be good, it will be influential, it will start a new chapter of your life. You're excited. This is a very good thing. Now, one of the last things that I want you to do is probably the hardest thing, is develop the mindset, develop the new identity. That's what I teach in my program. First link in the description. Develop the new identity of the person who doesn't overthink. You don't overthink. If you just think about it. If you ask your friend, do you smoke? He said, oh yeah, I am a smoker. I really want to quit smoking. Or you ask your friend, do you smoke? And he said, no, I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke. Do you feel the difference? Do you feel the kind of vibe of the person who said, no, I'm not smoking? Or I'm trying to quit smoking. The same thing here. If I ask you, do you overthink? You say, no, I don't overthink. I know why it is stupid. I know how to structure my thoughts. I know how to be prepared. I know how to estimate if the future event is valuable or not valuable to me. I don't see the sense in overthinking anymore. There is a difference. Also understand that the thought, personally, is a thing. The thought is a very, very strong weapon. To prove it, I want to give you the small experiment information. Like, there were two basketball teams of a new guys, like the 10 people from first group, 10 people from the second group who firstly touched the basketball ball. The first group was told to practice the basketball every single day, 2 hours. Like practice, physical practice, they were just throwing the ball. The second group was refused, like specifically refused to touch the ball, but they were said to think 2 or 3 hours of the day, sit on the sofa, try to visualize how you basically train in every detail, how you are success. And by the end of the week, the improvement of the first group was by 23%. They were improved by 23%. The improvement of the second group was improved by 24%. What do you think? The first group was practicing, the second group was visualizing, and they both made the same progress. I don't tell you that, oh yeah, you don't need to do action. No, The foundation is the action. But don't underestimate the power of thought, because it's incredibly strong. And as soon as you give your mind control, like your stupid monkey brain control, to go after one thought to another thought, to another thought, to another thought, to another thought, imagine you give the power to the wrong person. You have a strong weapon, but you give it to a psychopath. That's what happens when you overthink. Don't give the power to the wrong person. Thought is an incredibly strong weapon that's gonna change your life, that can improve your basketball skills by 23% in 1 week just by thinking 3 hours per day about it. Use it in the right direction. I want to repeat it. Don't give the power to the wrong person, please. Now, if you want to change your mind, if you want to change your new identity, to frame yourself, to learn how to navigate through your thoughts, to basically raise the consciousness and be like, okay, I'm aware of every my thought, I can stop it. Okay, first link in the description is the Discord community where I can teach you, where I can give you my personal one-to-one coaching or somehow an information conversation, everything you want to know. First link in the description. Come and join my community of the like-minded people. And thank you for watching. I hope you will not be overthinking no more. Like, subscribe. See you soon.